In December 1965, in Des Moines, Iowa, a group of students decided to take a stand against the Vietnam War by wearing black armbands to school. Among them were Mary Beth Tinker, just 13 years old, and her brother, John, who was 15. They believed that their right to express their opposition to the war was protected under the First Amendment. However, their school had other ideas. Fearing that the armbands would disrupt the educational environment, the school administration banned them and suspended the Tinkers when they wore the armbands anyway. This act of defiance led to a landmark legal battle. The Tinkers, backed by their parents, sued the school district, arguing that their First Amendment rights had been violated. By 1969, their case reached the Supreme Court, a time when protests against the Vietnam War were sweeping across the nation. In fact, over 500,000 people marched in Washington, D.C. in 1970 alone, showcasing the growing dissent among young Americans. When the Supreme Court delivered its ruling, it was a significant moment for student rights. In a 7-2 decision, the justices sided with the Tinkers, stating that students do not shed their constitutional rights at the schoolhouse gate. Justice Abe Fortas emphasized that students could express their views unless their actions substantially disrupted school operations or infringed on the rights of others. This ruling was a powerful affirmation of free speech, showing that even young people have a voice in important social issues. The impact of Tinker of Des Moines was profound. It has set a precedent that protected student expression in schools, allowing for protests, petitions, and even political apparel, as long as they didn't cause chaos. This ruling energized the youth movement of the 1980s, with student activism increasing by 30% by 1970. Schools were forced to reconsider their dress codes and policies regarding speech, leading to a balancing act between maintaining order and respecting student rights. Fast forward to today, and the legacy of Tinker v. Des Moines continues to resonate. It has become a cornerstone for student rights, referenced in cases like Mahanoy Area School District v. BL in 2021, which extended protections to off-campus speech. The ruling has empowered generations of students to speak out on issues that matter to them, as seen in the 2020 Black Lives Matter protests in schools. Yet, the debate around student expression remains relevant, especially in the age of social media. The question arises, do the principles established in Tinker still apply when students express themselves online? For students today, it's crucial to know your rights. You can express your opinions at school, but be aware that your actions shouldn't disrupt learning. It's a good idea to familiarize yourself with your school's policies on expression. And for parents, supporting your children's voices is important, but understanding the limits is equally vital. Organizations like the ACLU can provide valuable resources and guidance. Mary Beth Tinker, now decades later, continues to advocate for free speech, proving that the fight for student rights is far from over. The case of Tinker versus Des Moines is a powerful reminder that young voices matter and that standing up for your beliefs can lead to significant change.